So the water quality team here at AtkinsRéalis works across the breadth of the water sector. So that includes water companies, regulators in the UK and internationally. And we bring a trusted, objective, technical expertise on the really important topic of water quality and water pollution. Our expertise includes catchment management, water quality modelling of riverine, coastal and lake environments, work on emerging pollutants such as microplastics or PFAS, and water quality monitoring programs for large infrastructure or water resources schemes. And there is a lot of evidence at the moment that beautiful and ecologically healthy blue and green spaces play a key role for our well-being and for the prosperity of our communities. So it is a really exciting time to be working in the water quality sector. So we work on a vast array of really exciting projects in the water quality team at the moment. One that stands out for me in particular is work we're doing for UK Water Industry Research, or ACWIR, on improving real-time bathing water quality notifications for the public. So the work is a fantastic example of collaborative working. We are the lead contractor, and we're working collaboratively with Port and Coastal Solutions and University College London consultants.
One of my really interesting projects that I've been working on is the cross-SRO water quality monitoring for Thames Water. And my task as part of this project is to coordinate really large teams to successfully undertake the water quality monitoring plan, as well as ensuring health and safety through proper training and taking water samples. The water quality baseline that we are building through this sampling would ensure a robust baseline, which will help to inform the decision-making for various design elements of the SRO scheme, and will also help protect public health and ensure environmental sustainability.
Since joining AtkinsRéalis, I've been really fortunate to have a variety of projects to work on, although my predominant focus is on water quality modelling, whether that be for rivers, coastal regions, or inland bathing waters. I think the most exciting project that I'm currently working on at AtkinsRéalis is for a newly designated bathing water at Ironbridge. So for this project, our aim is to understand the pollution inputs so that we can help to mitigate them. Being able to work in an area that allows me to directly help the places that mean so much to me and other people is a real source of job satisfaction and a real motivator for me, making real world differences to important issues.
Here at AtkinsRéalis, we work on a number of projects that focus around regulatory and environmental regulation. And one of the really cool projects we're working on at the minute is with the Office for Environmental Protection. And its title is an assessment of the current environmental quality standards that govern nutrients under the Water Framework Directive. In order to improve systems, you need an accurate classification system. The classification system itself was defined some time ago, and the state of scientific evidence has evolved over the past 20 years. This review is really making sure that those increases in scientific understanding are potentially factored into any future standards to ensure the most robust protection of the aquatic environment.
Today I'd like to talk to you about an exciting project I've been undertaking for the UK Water Industry Research, known as ACWIR. It's a collaborative programme of research that's undertaken on behalf of the water industry, working with regulators to help them to understand the impact of chemicals on the environment. The source control measures we can start to see through regulatory powers are starting to have an impact on the reduction of chemicals entering the environment. And this has meant that the water industry has managed to avoid misplaced investment and can focus that investment on places that it can really have an impact.
So an exciting project that I've been working on recently has been helping Thames Water using urban pollution management methods for coming up with better solutions to the problems that they had at Oxford Wastewater Treatment Works. So the main innovative features which we brought to this project really centre around the modelling tools. Urban pollution management is a process of using models to understand our impacts on the environment. And what we bring to this case is a new modelling system called SimBasinQ. The main difference now is that we're focusing it on the problems of sewer overflows into our rivers during wet weather.
Over the years, the industry has realised that understanding the pollutant load that enters the water bodies from these discharges is really important to enable us to identify which ones really have the critical influence on the pollutant levels within the water body, so that we can target schemes to achieve the water quality standards that each water body has. And what we're developing now is a piece of software that undertakes those simulations in a much more rapid period of time. So we're actually doing analysis in days rather than weeks or months, but also allows us to identify potential options to resolve any water quality impacts that we identify, also in a much more efficient manner.
The most exciting project that I've worked on since I've been at AtkinsRéalis is probably the River Nid inland bathing water study that we're doing for Yorkshire Water. So we're building a hydrodynamic water quality model for the whole stretch of the river, but specifically looking at the Knaresborough Lido, which is the bathing water. The best part about working in the AtkinsRéalis water quality team is probably the sort of variety of different backgrounds that people have. So many people that you can kind of learn from and learn different skills from. Not just academics and consultants, there's people who do site work. We work with different types of clients all the time. So there's a real sort of mix of backgrounds going on, which makes it a really exciting place to work.